Listen, we all feel stressed. We all feel overwhelmed at one point in our life, especially with everything that's going on in the world. And so, what do we do when we feel those moments of high stress, high overwhelm? Listen, I just want you to know first and foremost that you're not alone, that there are lots of people on our planet having that same experience. And I think more than anything, we need to know in these times that we are not alone. I think when we feel a lot of stress, when we feel a lot of overwhelm, that somewhere in our mind we tell ourselves, I'm the only one going through this. Nobody else is experiencing this. This is just me. Something's wrong with me. And that's just not the truth. The truth is that at one point in our lives, and right now for a lot of people, it's in the air. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of overwhelm in the air. And sometimes just the simple knowing that we're not alone can mean the world to us. So I want you to sit with that and just go, okay, I'm feeling this right now, but I know I'm not alone. And I think sometimes even in that can bring a lot of comfort and solace. So if you're new here, my name is Arica Angelo, and I've been giving dating and relationship advice for a long time, for 14 years now. And a lot of my advice right now has been more geared towards self-help, confidence, real life issues, because I know that when it comes to relationships and finding love and staying in love, that a lot of times it's our journey within ourselves that can really be the catalyst and the anchor for us. So if you are feeling stressed and you are feeling overwhelmed, I really encourage you. I have a free connection meditation, and I want you to listen to this for the next 30 days. It's free. You can watch it. There's a mind movie I put with it. You can also download it and really take this and allow it to soothe you. A lot of people have asked me over the years, clients have said, hey, can you make a meditation for me? Just hearing your voice and the things that come through your voice really just bring me peace. And so if that's you right now, make sure that you get that free gift and allow it to bring peace to your mind and your heart. So when we're feeling stressed and we're feeling overwhelmed, oftentimes our minds are being plagued by what is wrong and what is out of our control. And one thing that we have to do is remind ourselves that we are okay. We have to comfort ourselves first. And most of us don't know how to do that. I've been working with a somatic therapist that I met in Bali, Indonesia. And one thing that she taught me to do, and it's really just calmed me down quite a bit. I've shared this in some of my live videos. Make sure that you subscribe, because oftentimes I do a lot of live videos, and it's a perfect opportunity for people to come and ask questions, people to vent and say, hey, I'm feeling alone, I'm feeling scared right now, and to really be supported by my community. But one thing that my somatic therapist shared with me is that when I'm overwhelmed or when I'm feeling stressed is to take my right hand, to put it under my left armpit, and to take my left hand and to put it on my right shoulder. And just do it with me. So it's your right hand under your left armpit, and your left hand, put it on your right shoulder. So it's like you're giving yourself a hug. And this just helps regulate our nervous system. And it assures our body, I'm not alone. And sometimes just being with ourselves in that capacity can really just calm us down. And that's what we need in those moments of stress and overwhelm. We need peace. We need peace. Sometimes it's getting off of your phone and not looking at the rest of life. And I know we do that because we want to distract, right? When we're stressed and we're overwhelmed, we want to get out of ourselves. We want to get out of our body. We want to have that glass of wine. We want to have that distraction. And sometimes that's okay. That at some point we have to come back to ourselves. We can't always run away from ourselves. And the way that we do that is by regulating ourselves. It's even in breathing. You know, have you ever heard of box breathing, where it's a breathe in for 4, Hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. And doing that, even if it's just for 5 minutes, sometimes it's just calming our bodies down. The one thing when we are stressed and when we are overwhelmed, this may sound counterintuitive, but the most important thing that we need is self-compassion in those moments. Because stress and overwhelm tend to highlight everything that we're not and everything that we haven't done, everything that we need to do, and how that life circumstance is bigger than yourself. And what happens is we can get in a very vicious cycle of beating ourselves up when we're stressed and overwhelmed. We may take it out on our friends or the people around us, but really the person that we take it out on the most is ourselves. And listen, you can't get yourself out of this if you keep beating yourself in it, okay? So I want you to start showing yourself some self-compassion. One, by doing that, doing the breath work. Sometimes it's laying in bed, and I highly encourage putting a pillow between your legs, something else I learned from my somatic therapist, laying in the fetal position and just listening to the meditation that I made for you and just allowing yourself to be soothed. You have to be soothed in these times because the nervous system, the mind, everything's just hijacked in those moments. We have to soothe. We have to have self-compassion. You know, we can even get in this state when we're single or we're feeling lonely or we're in a toxic relationship or not a toxic relationship. You're just having challenges. You can't create order and peace with someone else if you're not willing to do it for yourself. And that is one of the biggest things about becoming emotionally mature, becoming powerful, becoming an emotional warrior for ourselves, is learning how to regulate ourselves, learning how to show ourselves that compassion, being able to soothe ourselves. Another thing that you can do is just sometimes just writing it out. Writing out, getting it out of your mind and putting it on paper, what you're feeling, naming the experience. I am feeling stressed. I am feeling overwhelmed. And then being really honest and taking it a step further if you feel like you can, by addressing what it is that you feel most afraid of. I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and what I'm afraid of is that this is going to happen. And sometimes that can create a very charged emotion. And when that comes out and you're able to get it out of your system, go back to the self-soothing, lay back in the fetal position, hold yourself. But this is really coming back to you, because stress and overwhelm essentially pulls us out of ourselves. It gets us wrapped up into a story, into a bigger picture where we have no control and we're powerless. And that's just not the truth. It may feel that way in the moment, but the truth is that you're actually powerful. The truth is that you're courageous. The truth is that you're resourceful. The truth is that there are people in your life who love you, who have your back. The truth is that you can come to this YouTube channel and be inspired. I have a playlist that I'm going to share at the end of the video. Watch those videos. Sometimes it's just listening to someone else's words, breathing life and hope back into your situation. And the last bit that I would encourage you with is go spend some time in nature. I don't care if you have to go outside and just sit in the grass and just breathe sitting on the grass. But there's something about being in nature that roots us and anchors us. So don't neglect nature. It can sometimes bring the restoration that you need. Listen, if this video helped calm you down, give you a little bit of peace, would you let me know in the comment section? And the other thing is this: more than likely, there are people in your life who are in the same exact circumstance, and just like you've been given some hope and some peace today, they sure could use it too. So make sure that you share this video with them and just say, hey, I thought you could use this as well. It sure did help me out. Listen, you're loved. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And you have what it takes. I have a new video coming out soon. Be watching for it. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you soon. You take care.